Show on ELBC Radio. Welcome to the Bumper Show on ELBC 99.9 and other frequencies across Liberia. Oh yes, it's a pleasure to be on your radio again. This time around, you and me. You will talk and I will talk. So many things to talk about again on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. And it takes us up to the evening hours. At 6 o'clock, when I draw the curtains and take my exit from the show. What is happening in Grand Juda County? I'm told massive preparation is taking place in the county as citizens of that county get ready to welcome the Vice President, Her Excellency Neswakoko Mayo Joao Taylor. I will endeavor to speak to our correspondent. If I cannot get our correspondent, I will speak to the man Siku Kruma. Oh, sorry. If I can't get Siku Kruma, I will talk to Samuka Keita for Smile FM to tell us the level of preparation being done in that county. As you may be aware or not, the Vice President was in Bon County a few days ago. When I say few days ago, about 1 week ago, right? It's a few days ago. She met with chiefs and elders, women, the youth of the country. And so she's extending her political tentacles to Grand Juda County. When shall we go to Lofa County? And go to Fisebu, where the man Bob Ivan Gize is. Go to Yela, where my uncle Mike Colley was from. Go to Zewadama and drink some palm wine. Zewadama happens to be the home of my father. My great-grandfather Zobowoma was from Zewadama. When shall we go there, the Honorable Vice President? One day we shall go there. I will give you some lineup. You know, I was elected just on April 15, 2022, when President Joshua dedicated the Invisible Park. And you know what has happened in that Invisible Park now? The Liberian leader has established a place where young people who are between and amongst cars riding roller skates has established a skating place for them. They have to go every day and ride a skate. So what it does is that it reduces the number of accidents. It reduces the number of fatalities they go through sometimes when they're hanging on vehicles, between those vehicles and in other areas. Now they have a big space to go and exercise. Where are the skaters? They appreciate President George Weah. I listened to my young brother Nawe Gumen. He reported from the Invisible Park and said young people who are skaters were telling the President George Weah thank you for the first time in the history of this country that now they have a place to play. They have a place to play. Oh yes, what a beautiful time. Young people have to play again. Play football, go and skate in that area, carry your children at the Invisible Park, they will go and ride Caesar up and down. Oh yes, Caesar up and down. What are some of the remarkable things this president has done for our country? I cannot stop telling you the good news. As Isaac Garrison always say the good news. Once the good news comes to our doorsteps, We bring it to your own doorstep to listen to it. Because part of our job is to inform you. It's also to entertain you. Oh yes, President George Weah. Do you know that the president dedicated the dollar market some months back? In February this year, 2022, go and see the state of the art market building he built there. What is happening in Ominga? All the market women and children are returning on the red light. What is going on? A chaotic traffic at the ELWA junction in the early morning hours. Konopadre Sudu, you need to have an eye on that area. I've not been to Monrovia for some time now because of some reasons. But what I see at ELWA junction, you need to put an eye there. Your police people at this ELWA junction, some of them, they are very chaotic. They are very problematic. My first time seeing police people having waist bag on their waist. Waist bag on the waist of police officers. Many of the things they do there, there are some very trained and educated police officers who are very versed, and their only thing to do is to direct the traffic and make sure that peace and tranquility reign in our area. But the rest of them have waist bags on their waist. Oh yes, sometimes traffic is just very chaotic at the ELWA junction. What is happening in Konopadre Sudu? You either change them around, because if one police officer stays someplace for a long time, he gets compromised. The pedestrians are complaining. The motorists are complaining. And you know what is happening there now, Mr. Sudu? What is happening now at the junction there is that the police officers allow the taxi drivers to park their cars right on the road. The road leading to ELBC side. They even block the road going to Jamane area there, going to Town Hall. They block the whole area. Because that's the time to go and take some few dollars from them. And then they just waste our time. Oh yes, I will talk about it. We need to make this country better. And one of the authorities the president of Liberia gave me as a public affairs man is to talk what is important for the betterment of this country. President Weah means good for this country. And anybody who stands in the way of the president's development, when we have an issue and we know it is bad, we're talking because it affects our people. And once it affects our people, it affects us as a country. What is happening at the Freeport of Monrovia? Do you know that on May 3rd, 2021, President George Weah suspended import tariff on rice, Liberia staple food? Oh yes, all of these are in our discussion. But I will pause right here and listen to the word of God. It is a time that we take to acknowledge the omnipresence, the omnipotent Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Elohim, Jehovah Shammah in the Dalet. We call one of our Dalet announcers, language announcers, to come and pray for us in the Dalet. That is an embodiment of this program. But this day today, we go to Nima County. And they always say, Ya go Nima County, Yazio. Going to pray today in Mano. The man called Gondon will pray for us. Bravo.
Na bravo. Kwa wura pen bi boka de seke kwasana wura le. Da wura ya le ko ni pie jine pion boka bile la bia le kle. Bile bo sere ke babu kan da babu go ike ko ben ko kezia. Sere ni vola ko klete na men zo ya no kabe na ko sana bu ko kinge dire no pie. On to do ge pie okuru abe na basangba oka. Biboka sere la bia sere ka zira kurudo adie pana daga ka sere ben e ke poko sere ka ke atobo le zi atobo akpadie na men so we no kera ato ada sere dum ben opia I fon wa le no kule me ka ga no kule sere ben atobo tiri ke atobo ke won yi kurura e wa won yo kurura ka ke ko sere ba won kule sere ke mon ben le e ka ke wi poko le ko le ka ita pie I ke be me ka ga no le ko da le ben ze guys on kule ka ben ikebe pana de po no le na me ne ben ko we te ka mo ben ikebe pana de po no le bla da me ke ka le ben ano de do pe me da pe wa me da ben kula asra ma ko ko la edo die pin po ka sre la bia sre ka ko ELBC ya atobo me ka ze no zi atobo are ko kula yo ke na ko pe kan le ko sra mo ko brin kan bi le ben ba me ke ka le bi e kan mo ko ko be ka o gare ke America e dia da iko ke idi wuka da israsi tan da iko ke aka da du oben iko da ya iko sen wure si popo aben jire idu a oke popo ogo le ko ya ko nu ko yo ko ba ko kira zi si pe o mena ka iko mega ka ko nu ko yo ke ko we a ye ma e pana de ka si a ye ama ka re ko sra wi ko zi o ke kwa papa ko ke igbezi se tori. Amen.
Amen. The man called Milton Gondon from the Rural Department of Azerek comes to pray for the President of Liberia, His Excellency Ambassador Dr. George Oponmane Gbegugbe Sekoze from the crown. Jirate Pometano Tapewia. Praise for the Vice President, Her Excellency Neswakoko Mayo Joy Howard Taylor. The Speaker, Honorable Dr. Beaufort Chambers. The Pro-Tem of the Liberian Senate, Abochi. All elected officials in government, in the Senate, in the Representative, and all of those appointed by the President, and every Liberian in the borders of our country, we say thank you. Father God, you are very wonderful. Thank you, Jesus, for the time. But let me introduce you now to the premiere song that welcomes us to the Bumper Show. The premiere song that welcomes us to the Bumper Show. It's called Protect Our Leaders by PCK. And thanks for joining us, all one of you who have joined us already on our live Facebook feed. The man Lincoln Wisse, Abraham Political Madrid Setu, Matthew Andrew Colley, Ansu Koma, C. Nancy Cole, Jerry T. Sakama, from Lufa County, Little Bird S. Fuller, Little Bird S. Hoarder, Johnson Neopola, Johnson Neopola of Washington from Vanyama City, Lufa County, from Radio DMP Law, Johnson Neopola from Radio DMP Law. Honorable George Watkins Jr. says, good evening, guys. I'm falling live from a comfort zone in District 13, Mossorado County, Liberia. Johnson Nipola, watching live from Vajima City, Lufa County. Hadley Foya District. Little Bird S. Hoda says, hello, Jara, watching from Matadi. Jerry T. Sakama. Hello, Jala. I'm watching from Vajima City, Lufa County. Keep up the good work. I love my people. Abraham Political Madrid Setu. I'm watching you live from the headquarters of the Veteran Bureau on the most talk about Bekube Avenue in the community. The Director General Estelle Liberty Kemo is driving to town now for school. She is tuned to the broadcast, along with Aaron Jokoyon Bobo. See, Nancy Cole said taxpayers build markets, not the president. The views are welcomed. Emmanuel Richardson said good job. Matthew Andrew Colley, falling live from We Nation Grand Bassa County. Ansu Coleman, good evening, Jala. I'm Flexible General from Clay District, Pommy County. Lincoln Wisse. I'm watching from Sando County, Jokuken Jebo District. Jerebo District, yes. I've been to Jerebo before. I was traveling with my big brother, Dennis Toll, several years back, almost 20 years back. 15 years, 20 years back. When his sister, who is the brain behind the Duja University, came to Liberia, and I accompanied them to the county as a young reporter with the Talking Drum Studio then. So I've been a Jirebo this before. Welcome to the show. It's on ELBC Radio and other frequencies across Liberia. Cecilia Habaka now. Bob Ivan Gizzy. I'm in view from Feasible. Where's my palm wine? They want to call Kelogi. Where's my Percy Yeke? The Feasible boy. Johnson Eva Batomla. Watching from Truth FM compound is Johnson Eva Batomla. Jason Debbie Wulato Senior. I'm watching from Bon County, sir. Maya Zawi. Good evening, my brother Jala. Thank you for the good work, my brother. And where's a man called Sarah Zawi from the Liberia Revenue Authority around the Mankebe area? Wow, what Junior? I'm currently watching from a comfort zone in Harper, Maryland County. Samson W. Robertson. Thank Mr. Jala Griffin for the show. I'm watching from Thomas University campus, Harper City, Maryland County. Emmett Johnson, watching live from Maggie County. Oh yes, all my guys are watching. And Fred Yegbe Jr. following you from a radio Lawayi studio interpreter. Fred Yegbe, I hope you guys are relaying this program right now. Fred Yegbe is one of our correspondent, I guess. Yes, as a rares boy. J. Ralph L. Freeman, watching from We Nation, the district that is developing fast under the leadership of Honor Vincent Woolley. Patrick M. Quay, watching from 12 Farm. Nga pigin banya, nangala. Sam Morris says, live from Baga City. Sam Morris, welcome to the broadcast. Nangala de Menka me. Please share the video because the best is yet to come. I will do a monologue again, and after the monologue, I'll give you time to talk. You will talk for another 1 hour or maybe 45 minutes because our guest on this segment is also disappointing us this hour. So we'll do a bit of monologue. I love my country. I love my people. Father, save us from this pandemic.
Father, save us from the pandemic. Especially our leader.
Dobo sawo kayenga nakula dobo sawo kayenga. Nga pigin rama Johnny Pe kayenga o nangala. Welcome to the show, James Bondo. Good evening. I'm watching from Sinye, Grand Cayman County. LA's Vinton Chinawave. Following you from New Republic Hotel in Looking Town on Bujo Island. With Ellis Vinton Chinawave. Oh, it's my nephew's place. I just call his name and I see one of his employees on here. Mr. Johnny Behe. My nephew Johnny Behe. And Johnny Behe te ipona nangala. Mega mio. Fred Yagbe said Jala, the entire Tabata and past adjacent are listening to you via Radio Lawayi. Oh, Radio Lawayi. Thanks for the show here on the ELBC Radio. Paul Wab. I'm Paul Wab watching from Ashman Street, Monrovia. April and Tama Moses. Thanks, Jala. I'm watching from OCRD Road, Maba Point. John Musa. John K. Musa, I'm following you from Kakada City. Great job, he says. Mustafa Jallo. You are live on Voice of Hope 103.2 FM in Plebo, Maryland County. That's a New Jerusalem. I have a Maryland boy right here in the studio. Here's Miss Anthony Williams, one of your sons. He's the brain behind the live video here. Emmett Hammer said, thank you for the show. Good afternoon, he says. Don't go away. Don't go away. The best is yet to come. I will do a bit of monologue. And I said to you, every time I come on this radio, I will remind you of some of the developments the government is undertaking. My name is Aaron Mampie. I'm watching you from VOA RRA Highway. nor Otis Jala. I'm watching from the post city of Greenville, Sano County. There, my friend and brother, Malcolm Scott comes from. T.D. Jibber also comes from Maryland County. Now, comes from Sano County. Samuel George is also from there. Eddie Julie. I'm watching live in the University of Liberia School of Public Health. And my friend, the man called Moses Jilawule Swentape from the GSC, and his wife are dealing with driving down. Susan Wewe from the UBA are also following the show while driving along the road, driving along the Japanese freeway. And where is the man Jay Fogesi? Fogesi is also from the GSC. He gets married in December. A very big wedding coming up. And forget tell the people getting married. I don't know how to do it. The comments are so many, so I will leave the comments very shortly. It's because I don't have a guest on the show, because the guest has disappointed us again. I will just do and call, read your comments and come and do a bit of monologue. May the Almighty God continue to bless you in Jesus' name. Amen. Posse Wow, watching you from Ashburn Street, Monrovia. Tobasi Christopher Walty Tobasi. One of those government officials who resign under pressure or not, or good faith, I don't know. He read so long. I can't read all of this. Please. It's too long. Make your point very succinct. He says, but this is my vice president, Mr. President. Remember to keep our covenant closer. In politics, we don't have a permanent enemy. The way you would treat Honorable Natana Mangeo and Pretoire and Solicitor General Sima Freeman as Solicitor General Sema Serena Sifos will go a long way. In conclusion, Mr. President, please don't cut them off completely. Tobasi Christopher Wati Tobasi.
Especially our leader.
Hey. Please make a now. Pabeo, como sa jala kayenga o. Pabeo, Prince Moikayenga. Where's the Mecca? Edward Kafia. Oh yes, welcome to the Bumper Show. I will read some of your comments later. And please share the video, Mr. Anthony Williams. The more you share the video, the more audience will get, and the more people get interested in the discussion. And so, welcome to the Bumper Show on ELBC Radio. I did not call my name to you, but my name is Kalufagala. Or you call me Kian Barak Blue. Or you say Nyale Wantukao. Or you say Quila. Or you say Samashang. The people of Lofa County call me Halisa in Foya. But if you were to be in the Vanyama area in Zewadame, they call me Zobowama. I'm the son of the warrior. And what the son of the warrior fears is to do wrong. So let me come back to you on some other issues. You know, I will talk to you on a few things. I'm trying to just recap and reactivate some of the things that I shall say yesterday about the development of the country under His Excellency Ambassador Dr. George Weah. You know, I will leave it with you later. Some of the things I will not say you will talk to yourself. Before before other people understand it that I put in your mouth. But there are some things this government has done that I will not say, but you know them. You are the person or the beneficiaries of some of the projects. The other day, I was driving, going to Bangabong County, and I made a stop over to Kakata. I was driving alone. Then I met some friends, we had a conversation, and I drove on. I passed a place called Mai Sanju. Mai Sanju is just in the Bon County area. And you may not know that this president, His Excellency Ambassador Dr. George Weah, his government has carried pro housing units to the people of Mai Shanxu in that area. You see those buildings are on the road, beautiful green buildings. They weren't there before. It is His Excellency, the government of President George Weah, this government, the citizen-led government, that made it possible for those housing units to have been built. The government is making strides in so many areas. And I was like, encouraging my friend and brother, my big brother, Stephen Smith told me. I encouraged him a lot the other time. A few months back, he went to Grand Cru to showcase some of the developments the president is undertaking right there, including housing units. I think is that Bagleyville or in
Francis.
I just remember giving information about that. It's a Bagleyville somewhere in Grand Cru or his place. I call the place, man. So what happened was that Smith Tobin went to the place. He put on Facebook. Okay, Grant says, sorry, thank you, Anthony Williams. That's how good to have a producer who is very up to the tax. Grant says, how many of our people in Grant says knew that this president would have carried housing units in that area? Do crew oman den, do crew oman den. One may argue, say, the president carried a home. But before President Weah carried those housing units to his home, he has built homes in this area, in places here, before he carried it. The people of Mai Shanxu benefited from it. One day you will hear about the urban proper housing units being built along the Robertsville Highway. And you will get to say, this president means well. And we are showcasing these things to tell you how Ambassador Weah is proactive and how his government is proceeding, and there's a need for a second term. I know we cannot get a second term on silver platter. Your assistance is needed as well. Yes, there are so much things the government has done because of the negativity, because of the negatives that you in the opposition are spraying out to the people, that this government is not doing this one, doing the one. So we need to bring this information to you on a daily basis so that you can be informed and educated, you, our people. Yesterday I talked about the University of Liberia School Free Program, the free tuition program. I talked about so many issues yesterday. The WASFI, for example. These are things that President Weah is doing. And until you know it later, you will be late. So we have to come and talk about them. I've gotten information that the Vice President, Her Excellency, Vice President Madam Joy Howard-Taylor, I call Neswa Koko Mayo. Joy Howard-Taylor leaves for Grand Jira County in recent time. She's under the country, I'm told. But she leaves and go to Grand Jira County to see and talk to the people of Grand Jira County. Let me welcome my brother and friend Neo Peewee from Bon County. He says following. Neo Peewee, thanks for joining us. Neo Peewee has joined us. Good afternoon, Brother Jalai Griffey. I'm presently sitting right at my residence, following your show. We also appreciate your show this afternoon. This is Brother Emmanuel Esquire, the Bassa Pele Ball from Waka Town. This is number 2A Grand Bassa County. Wow, Emmanuel, thank you for following the show. And Gabriel Sibo, my friend, said, hey, what's up? Long time. May you forget about me, Gabriel. Monitor the show, and it's a very good one here. Jalam following from Plibo City, Maryland County through Voice of Hope. You didn't put a name there, but it's important that you tell us where you're watching us from. Dave Nangwe, how are you? Dave Nangwe, you have a son of County, Dave? I don't know. Hey, Dave, I mean, we've not seen long, man. You got to bring the young DJ back here so we can talk to the young DJ. You know, so Mr. President has done all of these things. But let me tell you, I will call, how you call him? I will call Sekou Krumah in Grand Juda County. I will pick his mouth and hear about how the Grandians are preparing to receive the vice president. And I'm told this is evidence of what the Grandians feel that Mr. President has done for them, and he is one of their children. And so anyone who comes in contact with President George Weah is always a blessed person. Sekou, you are on ERBC Radio. How are you?
I'm okay, I'm fine. How's everything, Jalan?
I'm sorry for taking you by surprise.
Yeah, you really caught me by surprise. Good.
And how is the beauty pageant preparation taking place in Grand Juda?
The beauty pageant preparation is on course. In fact, it's gaining huge momentum right now in the county and even out of the county. Personally, we got 3 presidents from the United States who are members of the Wade Needed Finance Committee, which the development superintendent, Madam Bette Briscoe, is chair for, alongside with Mr. Bill White, Madam Cecilia Jolo, who have been to be the mayors of this beautiful city. And we have Vicky Comer, she's in the U.S., Maurito Toba, and various Davis who can. These are people who are there. Registration is already in process. Presently, we have 2 districts who have registered for the process.
How many districts are we talking about? How many districts there?
Yeah, we have 8 administrative districts.
And 2 have registered.
Yeah, 2 have registered.
What's happening to the rest of them?
September 30 is going to be the deadline for the registration process. I mean, for the entire process to get the contestant.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sekou Krumah. What is happening in Grand Juda County politically? I'm told that there's a huge visitation that's spread there by the vice president.
Yeah, on the 19th of this month, the vice president of the Republic of Liberia is expected in Grand Juda County. There have been series of preparations, women groups. We have a women group here called the Clara Marie Weah Women Group.
Okay.
In fact, they had a dinner a few days ago and invited the superintendent and the development superintendent to attend that dinner at the Roger City Hall. They are in huge gear and they are prepared, for the arrival of the vice president. The superintendent have already set up committees with the publicity committee. All of the media institutions in Grand Juda County are members of the publicity committee, and this evening there will be huge publicity on all of the radio, letting the people to know exactly that the vice president will be here. Then yesterday in the evening, there was huge turnout at the CDC headquarters.
Okay.
To inform and, plan all the kind of necessary strategy that she would be really, really welcome in Grand Juda. Because since the election, 2017, I can remember that this is going to be the very first time, I stand to be corrected, that the vice president of the Republic of Liberia, Madam Joelle Howard-Taylor, is coming to Grand Juda County.
Now, Sekou, you talked about the Clara Marie Weah women, right?
Yeah.
What role are they playing in the welcoming ceremony of the Honorable Her Excellency Vice President Nelson Akoko Joao-Taylor? What role are they going to play?
This group has been established even before the talk of the vice president coming.
Okay.
When Jefferson Koji came in the county a few months back, that was when, in fact, he was received by this group. He was gone as well and they gave him down also to take to, the first lady. Now, with the presence or arrival of a woman who is a vice president, not just the group Clara Marie Weah women group headed by Watching Bullet, but then they are fully prepared. They are in gear to welcome the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia. One thing I shouldn't forget is that not just the group, the women at large for Grand Juliet County in various districts, in various corners, they are talking about this particular, arrival, and they really want to see what will be the outcome of their arrival. The fact that this woman is coming to Grand Juliet, I feel from what people are saying that they are so happy and they can't wait to see her.
And I'm told that the visitation to Grand Juliet is just one of the visitations across the entire country. Maybe Maryland County, where our people are, they right now anticipating the arrival of the Vice President someday soon. But which part of Grand Juliet will she be visiting? Do you have itinerary about where she goes? Not from Zwedru alone, but do we have ideas of where she goes from Zwedru to some of the remotest areas?
I wasn't fortunate today to have attended the publicity committee set up by the superintendent, and so the itinerary is not with me. But in subsequent time, maybe a few hours from now, definitely you will have those information that you need when it comes to where she's going to go, how many days she's going to spend here, and what are those things that she's supposed to be doing. But all I can say is that the leadership of the county, they are in full swing, and they have put all necessary mechanisms together that the Vice President of this country be welcome in Grand Juliet County and have a real peace while she's here.
Sekou Kroma, thanks a lot for responding to our calls in just a few minutes without being contacted.
Thank you, Jala. I really appreciate it. But just before I leave you, let me just say this to Nigerians who are in Monrovia. Make this, put it on your paper. Don't forget it. December the 10th is going to be the grand final of the Miss Grand Juliet Beauty pageant.
All right. Am I invited?
But Jala, you know you have a
I'm a Chukbayi of the county. I'm a Dodi.
if possible,
I will come with the Honorable Zoe Emmanuel Pena. He myself will be there. I will come with the Honorable Zoe Emmanuel Pena. I will also come with my big brother from the EPA. Jeremiah Sokan. We will come. We'll be there.
thank you, Jala. Thank you so much.
Thank you so very kindly. Sekou Kroma is my young brother. He operates Top FM. It's an institution I'm connected to. As a matter of fact, I'm an incorporator of that radio station. 2014, when I was vice president of the press union, we set it up. And the late Kamara A. Kamara and I went to dedicate it before we went to Sano County for the July 30th celebration. I was in Sano County. We drove from Grand Juliet straight to Sano County. And it was a very memorable event in that county. So you heard it for yourself. So the vice president is leaving no stone unturned as we speak. As part of her effort to reach out to Liberians, she was in Bong County for a few days. She returned. My young brother Felix Singwe and I were talking the other day. And he said the vice president has, where's my man, Chubby Charlie from the vice president office, how you doing? And she has lots of things on her plate. Contrary to the rumors going around that, the vice president and Mr. President, they can speak, they can call out speech. How can two be working together, they can speak to each other? A horse divided against itself cannot stand. That's what the Bible said. So there'll be no way that this president will go back and the Swak will not speak to each other. They are family. Look, there are three institutions in one. The MPP, the CDC, and the LPDP, whose Secretary General is Eric Baye. They are the three parties in this collaboration. Whether 4, 5, 15 parties will come together, but the number of work that has been done in this country by His Excellency and the Vice President and the entire government it tells you that the government is on the red trajectory for re-election. And President Weah's visitation to the counties on his last county tour was just a thank you tour. And you saw the number of people who were around the president. In Plebo, for example, the president convoy was swallowed by an ocean of people. And I saw here own town in Grand Cru, in a place he went, and I saw the war dance. He and the deputy speaker for the Kofa, you know, the people love to see their own people. So I'm saying this to you that the president is ready to hit the road again. Thank you, Mr. President. We are proud of your leadership. Thank you. You know, I received a call from one of my uncles. And he said something to me. I wanted that voice on the radio, but he was like giving an advice on some things as I will move forward. Again, thank you for joining us. This is ERBC Radio. I said to you, my guest on this segment cannot come. And then he has asked that he comes another time. If he comes, no problem. He doesn't come, I don't think I can send an invitation again, because it's something that we talk about for a long time. How you doing, Pat Jalak? Long time, man. Thanks for the show. I'm Howard Punin from Sando County. Howard Punin, how are you? I will go back to my Facebook page and read some of your comments. But again, I was talking about what is happening at the ELDW Junction, Mr. Police Director. Mr. Director of Police, even though you are not picking my phone, as expected, but I want to bring something to you right now. The other day, I said something on this radio about the area in Carisburg. When you pass Carisburg and pass 15 gate, there's a place that when you get to number 7, your police officer will put one old car on the road there. The car can't get back, they can't walk. They will take that car and tie it on Tessie, they haul it to Carisburg in the evening hours. When they come by the holiday again, they bring it by there because they want a police presence to be felt. They were there and taking money from motorists and making traffic so that, and just harassing people. I said that the other time. But when I was going for Clarence Jackson's wedding, I noticed that checkpoint is not there again. It was, I didn't really notice it when I was going because I passed there free. I didn't see any police officer there. Maybe it was because of our advocacy or because of what we say on the radio, because the thing when we talk on this radio is to help you, Mr. Director, Mr. 102, Mr. 101, Madam 101, Mr. 103, Prince Moluba. We do this in a happy because we are in the same shape, in the same boat. We must help each other. Because Mr. Director of Police, you're not omnipotent. You're not omnipresent. You're not everywhere. You're not like God. You don't have eyes and you know. You're not CCTV. That you say more and see everything happening. We would travel and see this and would say that to you. But it was cool when I said those things when I came from Banga at the time, coming from Sanoe, visiting my brothers and sisters, my siblings. When I come here, I saw that. When I saw it, I come here, I saw it. I said that to you the other day. And thank God that I think it took some actions. I don't know whether the guys have returned it again. But that fateful day when I was going to Clarence Jackson's wedding, I didn't see those officers there around the Monsawan area. Maybe it was because of what we said. But there's something happening here right now. The other day I was just around the ARA area there, and the president convoy is coming. Tesla drivers have lined the whole place. They have clocked the whole traffic. And the police officers who were at this area junction were confused how to even remove them. What dispersed them was because of the convoy sound. Well. When they heard that sound, the air was from that way. It was that convoy sound. And I saw people beating on cars. Hey, move! Hey, you move! They knock on the cars, they all move. And luckily for me, I was just around the ARA. So I just turn left, come from town, so I turn left, right, turn left. I went ARA, I went to 12 Hudson Road outside, and I parked my car. When the convoy passed, I managed to have come back on the road and took LBS to come. And to the mayor of the Prince City, Madam Pam Taylor, it is so very, very wrong to have those guys calling themselves PPCC police officers. The only thing they do is that come and harass people. They had nails on that. They have nails, see nail on the plane. When they see your car parked, they will not even move your car. What they do, they will put the nail on your tire. They will stay on that car for 10 minutes and talking to you. And they will harass you. You get them money, they put in their pocket. Then they take that nail from on your tire. They go to the next car. It is so annoying to the point that sometimes I want to get down and engage them. But again, I say, no, that's not what. Let me just be patient. So you want to, it's not correct. Anybody who plies this route from Erie Junction, go to Double Junction because the road is not good yet, you will see what I'm talking about. Those PPCC workers, and I tried calling my cousin, Mervyn Tobot, who is the head of the PPCC security. I've called Mervyn, I've not seen getting Mervyn. I'm putting this on the microphone so you can know. Your officers who you bring in our place, that one old man there, that old man, she there. She one of the worst person. Old man. But there are 3 officers that I can see them every time. They have nails on the plane. Traffic is black. And even the police officers who are there, they'll do their best. The few guys who are good, they will do their best and feed the traffic. For you to go, the PPCC guy will bring that iron and pull on the tire with nail on it. They will harass the Tesla driver. That may not get them money. They will not move. You will blow horn. People say blow horn, but it's honk the horn. You will honk your horn for a long time. They will not remove it. They will already have gathered, and when I engage the other one, I say, why you do this thing to us? He wanted to talk to his friend. His friend never listened. That guy stood to that place for almost 10 minutes, and after he talked to the guy, he put it in the main car. Whether he put it in his waistband, I don't know. The PPCC penny. My first time seeing police officer with waistband on the waist, that Erie Junction. Maybe the two will do now, Parasulu will do now is that we make a pocketless uniform for police officers. Pocketless. Pocketless, pocketless. For the police officers. Because why their friends, some of the police officers in the place, they are very sincere. There's a young man I see there, he always very sincere, very intelligent guy. He stands in a way there, he directs the traffic, and once he directs the traffic, he friendly there, coming people, they come in. The taxi driver. I will stop and ask that police officer for a name. He can come in, or he can come in nephew. I did not kiss him also. Come in nephew. He knows me. I don't really know a name. I'm not asking for a name before. But he's an intelligent officer. He stands there. He controls the traffic very well. It's not because he sees me as LBS3. It's because he sees that when I come, I'm patient. I stay in that line. If for 10 minutes I will stay in that line, I put my car in neutral. I'll be there for long. When they release me, I go. But when he sees the car, he says, he will start. He's the only man. There are few of them there. But while he's doing that thing, the other guys are coming the office. They are coming the taxi drivers here. They are harassing taxi drivers. They and the PCC guys, they connive. They are there doing that thing. Madam Pam Taylor, I'm appealing to you, madam. Your officers at that junction must stop this thing. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so very bad, Madam Taylor. I'm just appealing to you, madam. The last time I checked, when they were facing this road, their PCC officers were removing people from side of the road because they were facing the road. They were widening the road. They were there taking the people markets and putting in the car. So when they put in their pockets, I walked to one of them right in front of UBA Bank. I asked him, why you did this to the woman? We told her to tell her, I'm going to want to take it. So we just take care of it and we'll come behind her. And once they do it, they carry the poor man, they go behind and give them some money, give it back to them. And they simple return to the same place. So there's no regulations. Mr. Suda, I'm appealing to you. That ELW junction is getting chaotic. And I know you know. They're the VIP always uses. Please. The traffic congestion that in our place, if you don't address it or we change your police officers that are there, one day you'll hear some story there. It is serious. It is very serious, Mr. Patrick Sudu. Mr. Marvin Sakor, you guys need to be proactive there. We are all in the same boat. We are all in the same boat. We do the same because you didn't see everything. You know, one day, one police officer did something to me, I just laughed because, you know, so now we okay, be error. But the error is every day, then now the error is something you meaning it. So I'm driving, going to town. So I was using Banner FM vehicle, the Camry, the big Camry that Abu Kamara bought for me when I was at Banner FM. When I came to LBS, I was using it because LBS not bought me a car. There was no assigned car. So I'm driving going to town. And there was a very important program I'm going to around the Ministry of Information, the press briefing. By the time the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, Nathaniel Mangi, was going there, the resigned minister now. So I was going after that morning and said, oh, I'll be there, please, you gotta come. So I decided to go there. While driving, it was in the morning, the traffic is so huge around the Calais Johnson area. I'm driving right around this church. Before we get to Calais Johnson, there's a big church there. My direct general church. I sell it with the church. So, because I was getting last, let me take the turning. But guess what happened? I saw more than 25 cars taking the turning. Everybody going. I said, everybody, we are going. I said, no. I can't be going for an important program be in this traffic. So let me get in the traffic too. Let me get in the turning. When I got that turning, by the time I got the Calais Junction between that gas station and where they have this party headquarters, move party headquarters, this police officer came from a car. We have buy a car. The car caught me. I said, how you doing, Chief? I'm going for a program. I'm getting late. He said, no, you violating. Then I said, oh, all the put a pie easy there. Almost 25 car pie easy there. He said, no, I see that only I saw. I got vest. I got vest. And that guy delayed me. Give me a lessons. I said, Chief, I beg you. I started making hammer. The man said, hey, Mr. Griffey, he's journalist and top leader. He knows me. And you know, I didn't really know him. And he knows me. And he called a friend and he said, oh, that's Gerald Griffey. He said, oh, Mr. Griffey, so you are breaking the rule. You are taking the turning. I said, Mama, I beg you. But I said, you see, all 25 cars passed just now. He said, no. He said, in this country, and in your journalist, I say, yeah. He said that all the news in the country you can get. Then I got shocked. I stood. The police officer asked me a very sensitive question. Then all making he said, you're not there with making he say, oh, that Gerald Griffey say yes. He said, I've been arrested him because he took the telling. Then I asked him, I said, so why you catch your other car then? Then let me say, Gerald, all the news in the country you can catch. The one that having Grand Crew, Maryland, you know all the news are there. There are some bad news that you will be reporting, you can carry it. Then I got concerned. There are two police officers who asked two separate questions, but the same question was in from several directions. The man said that all the news you can air on your radio, the other man said that all the news you can catch, it means that you cannot air all the news in this country as a journalist. So in other words, you are saying to me, as a police officer, I can arrest everybody. But you that will be on the scene when I grab you there, I arrest you. I bow down on bended knees. And I call the officer, I said, sorry, Chief, I wrong. Because my car, Banner FM car, was riding It had all Banner FM stickers on a Camry, a big Camry, a 2018 Camry, and then I think he just saw that guy got tried, but that guy grabbed me. So I apologized to the officer, and he said, "Jalago." I left, and so I don't want to take the third lane. So a few nights ago, I was using Park Up in Junction to go home, and my car was parked on the opposite side because you go Park Up in from Dubai Road side. So I parked my car on the left side of the road, and I tried to cross the road for almost 25 minutes, and nobody would give me time. Getting late, it was almost after 9 o'clock. I don't want to turn around to in the street. So when I tried to get on the other lane, one guy just crossed in front of me and he parked his vehicle. I parked the car there. One officer came and saw me and said, "Oh, no, Mr. Grayfield, LBR3. So he made way from the gaming. By the time the guy heard I'm Jala Grayfield on the other side, he said, "I beg you, my uncle nephew." That guy insulted me that night. And I would say I deserved the insult because I wouldn't have gotten there. I would have waited on the traffic gets clear. But almost 25, 30, 45 minutes, not going to give me a chance. So I said, "Let me just get late." Police officer go grab me again. I met some of you down there. So I'm just saying to say to you, sometimes we make mistakes. But if your officers are the police, the whole of the police right here at Junction are there every day and harassing taxi drivers and they block the road for us who are the motorists, then it's not good. Mr. Sudu, you're my big brother from Puebla. You need to look at this thing, it's very serious. So now we'll put these things in the microphone so you can hear it. So again, I remind my brother, and the people of Lofa County will know what I'm talking about. And up to this yesterday, I didn't tell the Tupatano. Maybe I'll go to Lofa and tell the Tupatano about that child whose grandmother and her drowned in the Makona River. And I talked here yesterday and I asked Mr. Thomas Fala and the rest of the Lofa caucus to get in touch with their Guinean counterparts as he stated at his ceremony that we was petition in Foya that the people of Lofa are dying in the Makona River every other day because there's no ferry on that river. When I was there last month or 2 months and a half months ago, a renowned musician died in that river with there was some person who died in the river who could have killed capsules with them with a motorbike again just as this one happened. Therefore yesterday, Tubatan reported about a kidney capsizing with a woman and her grandchild dying in that river. They are not found the body. And I don't want to be political as I said yesterday, but I'll keep reminding them. There's a need, Thomas Fala. You are seen as a face of Foya now. You are competing with your uncle Joseph Boakai. Joseph Boakai has been the face of Foya and Lofa for a very long time. You are trying to get Foya now. You may not be you may not be the face of Lofa as you speak, but your emergence in Foya has made you be a young man who the people look up to in Foya. You made a commitment. You say, "I will talk to the Guinean counterparts. I will talk to my fellow legislators. Let's find a means to put a ferry on this Makona River that will cross our people from Foya to Guinea and back." If you have not started that process, Mr. Fala, please start it again. You have a conversation. You need to have a conversation on this because it's very serious. This is a serious situation. Our people cannot be dying every day in the river, and there's no stance taken by the people of Lofa County. When I listen to the C. Zago and other people, Lofa is my paper bush. Look, when you enter in Lofa County from when you enter Vanyama, just where the quota, where they put the pavement from the police station to that area, that place, Kagen, he's in that area. That imagine I'm using a Land Cruiser Jeep. My driver is in a convoy with Thomas Fala and other people. Our car hitched in that mud before getting on the pavement in Vanyama. The car got stuck there. We got to, but the driver was so technical. He got to reverse and put in 4-wheel, and the car moved from there. I don't know whether I faced that place. I left from there since 1 month ago. But entering Vanyama is like entering, you going to Bokonjiri. You go to Bokonjiri in Sano County. But when you listen to the Steve Zago and the councillor in Morovia, they say, look for my paper bush. They hear the big politicians in Morovia. But when they go, their place look like a bush. It looks like a village that there's no light. You are driving from Vajaman to go to Kolahun. And then the foyer. The road that leads from that to the gas station going towards the other side going towards Kolahun, it is also bush. The whole Vanjama is dirty. At the time when it was dirty, it's been clean. I don't know. I mean, that road is very dirty. But the still Zagos, they sit here. They say they are the ones that they own Lofa County. Lofa is a bread basket. Oh, you're here for Joseph Walker, our man. But you're not doing anything to improve Lofa County. What is that? Where is my sister Marima Fofana? Oh, when you hear the other one they call my other uncle, my big uncle too, and they call him Francis Newman, he will come and say all the big thing. You criticize the government, you condemn it, XYZ. You go to foyer, the post say you get one horse here to live inside. I don't know what that's true. But what you guys who are legislative caucus members, what can you put together to make Lofa a facelift? The other day I was in foyer. When the superintendent of the county, William Tamakama, told me, say, Jala, I just received a call from Percy Yeke that I should go to where Mosikoli comes from. I should go there. They want to build a nursing quarter there. A nurse's quarter, let me go there to break ground for that place. When I come in there, I'm breaking ground for that place. And the nurse's quarter will be built there for people who the government will be sending Lofa to go live there and work there. Salaye, yeah. We cannot come in Morovia and make all the big mouths as Lofians when we don't have anything back home to point to. So I urge my brother Steve Amadou Zago. I talked to my sister Marima Fofana. I talked to my uncle Numale. In the face of our political disagreements, let's ensure that the people of Lofa lives are safe. The Makona River is bad. Currently, you are the representative of Foya District. Can we find a solution to the problems where our people are dying in the Makona River? I think so. We can find a solution. This is ERBC Radio 99.9. Thanks to my special assistant, Mr. David Galako Wise. I know by now he's on his way home. He's riding on the ERBC bus back home now to do comedy from the Veteran Bureau area. There are so many things that have happened. And the global economic crunch is having an adverse effect on the entire world. The global economic crunch is having an effect on the world. I was reading a comment from Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, who I know have now worn a coat suit for several months, 6 months since the war started. He wears a t-shirt. I didn't say they have taken 6,000 kilometers of their territory from Russia. But as it goes, there is a serious problem, not just in Africa, but around the world, when it comes to gasoline prices and fuel and gasoline prices. In other countries, people are feeling the brunt of it. In Liberia, we feel the brunt of it. But in the midst of that, the government of Liberia is sensitive to the plight of Liberians. We don't have oil anywhere. Under the administration of Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, there were efforts made by the government to ensure that the oil blast, Black 13, Black 14, by Chevron, and the other one, that's Manhattan and Fan Oil. They gave huge dollars to Madam Sirleaf and her government. By the time the oil company was managed by our son, Robert Sirleaf, almost $82 million got lost from that oil company. $82 million got lost. Madam Sirleaf said to us, as Liberians say, here's what happened to Noka. I am responsible for it. My people, I don't want the day. My son did it. My old man in the village. The old man said to us that she took responsibility for that. That she was responsible because her son was the one that took the money. I mean, he stole the money. Robert Sirleaf, he stole the money. We don't have a functioning Noka right now, where my young sister sits as head of Noka, Safwa Megre. They're doing their best to improve the oil company. They took over a broken down Noka. Safwa Megre was making a presentation in Ganta. During a cabinet retreat, I saw a presentation. She did very well. But there's a certain, she says, look, there were some agreements undertaken by our predecessors. Right? Bar laws is signed when they do a Noka. Those laws are still on the book until we are terminated, we cannot move forward. But the good thing is, in the next few months, that law, that bill, that law that will sign, it will be expired, then we can move forward now as Noka. She made a presentation very well that day. Safwa Megre was saying that day at that program. Because Robert Sirleaf and others committed us to a slave company that they seen it they did to Farmington. They gave Farmington a tax holiday, I think for 15 years or so. That while Farmington is here, they can't pay taxes to the Liberian government. They went ahead and took taxes from the people. That when the Georgia government comes in power, any government that comes in power, they will not pay taxes. And some of the taxes will be paid to face our roles. But they took the taxes ahead, so they put in our pocket and put in our accounts and went. So Georgia government can't take taxes from Farmington right now. The same thing they did in Noka. We're not producing oil here. But in the midst of this, you know what President Joshua did? They started all the political ramifications around. All the political ramifications were studied. And the government said there will be a reduction in the price of petrol products. I don't know how much is it? 25 cents? 25 cents. A 25 cents reduction on the price of petroleum product. So if you're buying the gas for $8.40, maybe you're buying it for $8.10 or $8.20. 25% reduction is a significant reduction in the price of any product. Whether it's petroleum, it is rice, it is whatsoever, it is a significant reduction. If you go to Sierra Leone now, the other day guys were demonstrating Sierra Leone, it was because of certain things, because the price was still up. You go to Kenya. I was listening to the BBC. There's a documentary I was watching on DSTV just last week. I came over that day. I just went home. I said, I just turned the BBC. Now to DSTV. When I put it on, I went to a channel, and they are doing a documentary about Kenya, one of the respected economies around the world, where William Ruto now is president. He talked over today. He made a speech, and he said, "You make Kenya better again." I went to school in Kenya. I schooled there. I was on Tika Road around Safari Park. I was at Radio War Mini Training College. I was sponsored there by the Catholic Church under the rational eyes of Lettywood Simone Rooney, the Minister of Information right now. And I know how the Kenyan economy is like, really, because I stayed there for long, I read about the economy, I know what is happening there. But listen, I saw an interview done by some journalists in Kenya. They were asking business people, how is the Russia-Ukraine crisis affecting them? A man who was using a stove in his restaurant cannot afford the price of fuel, gas. The gas, that people gas. The one you put in the tank, you put in the people gas. It's very sting. They send it around Monrovia. You go buy it. They can say 75. You get it. You get a polo tank. They say $25. But when you get it, say $90. So that thing, the man was using it in his place to cook the food for the people to go eat. But guess what happened? At the end of the day, the man could not afford $25 or $75 to go and buy a polo tank and put the stove on. So they resolved in going to buy charcoal outside. In many of the restaurants in Kenya, the guys are doing it now. Many of them now, they're using charcoal, they're not using electricity because the price is so high. Gasoline price has gone up there. But in the midst of all of this, George Weah, as a president who is human-centered, a human-centered president, said, Madam Minister of Commerce, Mawani Dix, Madam Coleman, Yuri Coleman of LPRC, we must ensure that the price of fuel is dropped. Whether it will have an effect on the economy because the government has fuel cents are added to the petroleum prices and taxes. We'll waive our taxes, let the people enjoy the gasoline, let reduce our taxes. And government say, let's reduce the taxes. So government say, in our 10 cents of paying on any 1 gallon of gas, we drop it for the people to enjoy, they get 25%. You understand? But do you know what happens as a result of that 10% that you're paying? Because if I went to the gas station, I bought $20 gas, every gas gallon, because you buy $20 gallon, that's 3 gallons and a half. So I'll get that 10, 20, 30 cents, maybe 30 cents or 35 cents I'll pay. Every time I pay $20 gas. Like I'm going to go home, I buy gas, that I'll get 35 cents pay, right? So the government is saying, if we pay 10 cents on this gallon of gas, we reduce it for the people to have a good time with them, with their vehicles. So those things are not happening now. So the government reduces it. But you know those taxes we're paying on the price of gallon of gasoline now, that is the money the government was taking and putting in this in the consolidated account. They will take it from there and put it behind the roads. Those roads at present where it's been around what the building is around the president area there. That's when the money there. The road he used to build Johnsonville, that are looking at Mawata, according to the man who sang the song. That's on the road Joe Weah Bay. That 10 cents we're paying on gallon of gas of 5 cents. That's on the money Joe Weah Bay, that roadway going to the Johnsonville to Keba. The road will visit again from the bridge to bridge. From how you call it, sir? Freeport to St. Paul Bridge. They call it bridge to bridge. Hopefully tomorrow I'll bring one economist to talk about some of these things. Colinas will be here tomorrow. Bridge to bridge, that's when the road the president is talking about. So some of the community roads have been done in this country. It is as a result of the money we pay on 1 gallon of gas as 5 cents. The government put that money in special account. At the end of the day, the government take that money from there, and what they do is that they put it in special account, and they give it to the Ministry of Public Works, say, go and sign contract with the other company, whether it's international or this one, that they come and do the road for us. I will take a break. When I come back, I'll open the lines for you. Let me take a break and have a small break. I will come back.
emotion. Yeah, we are, selling what we are. See you lele, see you lele. I'll be ready to go when the airplane should come. When the airplane should come, when the airplane should come, I'll be ready to. Oh, when you go down the road, when you go down the road, when you go down the road, tell him hello for me. If you see my boyfriend, if you see my boyfriend, if you see my boyfriend, tell him hello for me.
Oh yes, this is a power melody by the man George Knuckles, the man from Carisburg. You know the man who sang that song called Duper Road? Oh, Duper Road. Go mind your business.
Nobody business but my people. Go mind your business. People, go mind your business. Nobody business but mine. Some say I'm ugly and some say she's fine. But if it's supposed to be so,
I'll read a few of your comments coming on the bumper show, then I'll open a line for you to participate on 2 lines. It's almost 5:30.
Oh
yes, this is my mother's song. She said when she was a young girl growing up in the Carisburg area in Bentor rather, when they leave from Great Ball Shoe and come to Bentor, he said, my son, you know, but the son, you know, I would take the rest of the song. When they go to the club at the time, when you have your boyfriend and another man comes around, another girl comes around your boyfriend, you just go outside and put a net on the side of your slippers or your shoes. When you pass by that girl, you just tear or force you, run away, you go, she will not come around your boyfriend again. The minutes all you do is sitting. Way back. More and younger start drinking Lassa.
Stop drinking Lysol for the sake of Bobby. Stop drinking Lysol.
Where's my picking dead man?
Stop drinking.
And where's the big brother Komanjala?
Stop drinking Lysol.
You are there in upper pipeline
For the sake of Gopa.
at the garage opposite Lomas Junction.
For the sake of Gopa. Stop drinking Lysol.
All for you, my baby, all for you.
Baby, all for you. You take me down to the Bassa town. You take a razor and cut my throat. Take me down to the Bassa town. Oh,
Let me read this one.
Greg Ipo.
Andolon Greg Ipo.
Greg Ipo.
Andolon Greg Ipo.
Iliana, Pelata, Ipo, Achena, Ngongde, Mai.
What they may go, they may hear more about me. Mike Weir said, please read this out for me. Good day, His Excellency Ambassador George Weir. Please permit me to use this medium for the first time to recommend Honorable Polita Sisi Way to serve in the capacity as Managing Director of the National Port Authority. In my mind and based on her experience, she is the best person to replace the former port manager. Her work at the Ministry of Internal Affairs is very impressive and awesome. Married close the door, the girls are passing by, or Edo snatch away from your husband. Joyce C. Seal, look at this one, he says. Oh, he's insulting. Well, you be tolerant for once, man.
But now I am married, I have my wife to support. So married man.
Maga Raya comments is just reading this one thing over and over again. John K. Musa. John K. Musa says, Mr. Greyfield, the so-called checkpoint has been removed over the weeks now. Thanks for your advocacy following from Kakata City. But John Musa is saying to me that at the checkpoint the poor had around that area after Kirisbury is removed.
I want to bend my hair too short. I want to bend my dress too short.
I want to dance my hair too short. I want to dance my hair too short. Where are my people from Kirisbury? The family of my late brother, Orlando Yah. Moses Orlando Yah, who died some months back. Emmanuel K. Seaton says, I am watching from the land of sunshine and happiness, Harper City, Maryland County. Joshua Kamase Wesley rather. Welcome to the show. Keep your comments coming on the Bumper Show. I will take your calls very shortly. With the time now at 25 minutes to 6 o'clock. Your calls matter to me. Because once it's the nation's heavenly day, on the Bumper Show it promises to be very, very heavy. And very enthusiastic and very much infotaining. It's awesome.
Simple, simple, river, simple. You know, Sabi swim, water go carry you. Simple, simple. You know, Sabi swim, water go carry you. Lofa, river, lofa. You know, Sabi swim, water go carry you. Lofa, you know, Sabi swim, water go carry you.
And keep your comments coming, I'll read them for you.
Open and come down.
Bana, calm down.
Bring my baby back to
I don't have a good voice, my brother Clarence Jackson. Who sang a beautiful song for his wife in Banga. They both sang that everybody stood up in the church. Not in the reception hall, rather. All walks of a play Miss Jagger door boy, and I will not be a door boy here because I'll talk for 1 hour 30 minutes. And I have a quench my thirst with some coffee. A coffee in a brown bottle. And they say hot for me. I thank Sir David Golakawise. David Golakawise of the Bo Community Veteran Bureau. My special assistant. Mohammed Techankila is watching me this afternoon from Bangabong County. John Batawi Jr. is watching as well. The man West W. Red. Where they got Red? Where are you, my man? Long time no see, brother. My one-time fireman brother, you have just lost from me, though.
Oh, my darling, don't you worry for me to go.
West, where they got Red. How are you, man? You did hear where I did not see you, my brother. Just give me location. After here, I did find you.
American people, don't you worry, 'cause tomorrow I am going home. Tomorrow I am going home.
I will open the line for you very shortly, my friend. My friends and brothers, my sisters all over. 20 minutes you have the time to talk. 5, 10, 15, 20, yeah, you get 20 minutes. I have to de-stress myself because I've been here for long. Since 4 o'clock talking alone. Where's the father of modern balling? The man called Josephus. The father of modern balling. The father of modern balling. Where's the man Abba Jaja? Every time I hear about that guy, I call him father of modern balling. I think about Abba Jaja. When shall I see my home? I've been to my home, right? If you're not been to your home, then I've been to my home.
My sister is there, my mother is dead. When shall I see my home? When shall I see my native land? I will never forget my home.
Oh yes, welcome to the Bumper Show on ELBC Radio and other frequencies across Liberia. I said to you earlier, I'm here till 6 o'clock. I'm alone. My guests are steady when I come, always would love to engage people to tell us what is on your mind. And my big brother, James Blyer, is calling me from Zero Diamond Town in Lofa County. James Blyer and the Sonic business say hello to you. She's in good health. She's doing well. Okay. Thank you, Mr. James Blyer. I will announce the number for you very shortly. Don't go away because the best is yet to come. It is the call segment I'm waiting for. 20 minutes you will have the time to talk. Each caller will have 30 seconds to speak their mind. But be saver. I'm one of those who I'm very tolerant when it comes to people calling and having dissenting opinions. And that's what I do. When you have a dissenting opinion, do not just use invectives, meaning don't cause man cause. Don't cause power cause. Don't talk bad thing. Talk the thing and be clear. Whatever you like it, talk your own. They may call who died? Representative from Sando County. He said, talk your own, I'll talk my own. When I talk my own, you agree with me, talk your own, don't cause me and not cause you. They're talking other people here. Talk in a way that people will buy your ideas. But do not use invectives as a means of making you to be heard. Okay?
Patala marketed Firestone Farm. That special scent of sun-dried leaves and bark and trunk and ashes in the evening while the ground is still hot. Unless you've seen the raindrops fall heavily on the lagoon and quietly watch the ripples appear and disappear as you drank your coconut water and cane juice and ate your crawfish soup and dumbo.
Oh, the matter of King Juice, there's a place in Foya when
Or Sinkor and
my language announcer here called Saboti.
or Soniway.
Edward Tama
Cutting
from Acid Red Division. He came into a place in Foya. They call it place. The King Juice is called 4CO. 4CO, that's how they call it in Kisi. When you drink that King Juice, what it does to you, it makes you very hungry. Oh yes, I drank some 4CO for the first time. In less than 2 minutes, I was hungry. My man got a wrong one to go find food to eat.
Heard the strange laughter of the country devil
Oh yeah, no one talking country devil been here, my brother.
their way into town. Or seeing the snake baby. Don't tell me not to cry for Africa. Don't tell me to forget. Don't tell me not to worry for my home. I know what I'm missing. I know Liberia. I know
Saros Zero, I've been asking for here. I was in Saros. Where are you, Saros? And where's the man Saros Zero in this country? I've been asking for you, Saros.
rice and water
Welcome to the ERBC Bumper Show.
across the creek. You ever been to Mount Vobley on Easter morning and swore you heard the angels sing those happy Christian hymns? And you tell me not to worry? Don't tell me not to worry. I know Carisburg. I know Liberia. I know Africa. I know my land and my people. I know where I was born. And I know where I must die. I know my home. Oh, tomorrow I am going home.
Tomorrow I'm going home. The man George Jomanakas visits the man Dupuro man.
Sweet, sweet darling, don't you worry.
Where are my guys from Radio Kiagema?
I am going home.
The guys from Radio Sanquin, that's in Sanakoli, where my friend Prince Molwai is.
I'm going home. British people, don't you worry. Tomorrow I am going home. Everybody, tomorrow I am going home. Tomorrow I am going home.
It is time now to call. You can call me on these numbers. 2 numbers to call. Please don't call another number beside these numbers. I'm going to call you. Call to you rather. 080-514-096. 080-514-096. 07766803773. Where is the little Rejoice Howard? How are you, Rejoice? How are you this afternoon? Don't tell me not to cry. Don't tell me not to pray for Africa. And don't tell me not to pray for Liberia. And don't tell me not to pray for Bagugbe. Tomorrow I'm going home. Tomorrow I'm going home. Let me go ahead and take my first caller from this Lone Star line. Hello, welcome to the Bumper Show. You are on ELBC Radio and other frequencies across Liberia. Please call your name and tell me where do you call from and what you want to say. Let's go ahead right now. Do Community Morris Passaway. How are you from Do Community, Mr. Passaway?
I see you on Facebook.
You want to see me on Facebook?
Yeah, I always see on the Facebook. Let's see how that is for me. When you hear my shout on the road, when you was on Facebook. I can call you for the call to go to the yeah, and I'm going to
all right. All right, the number I call, on the orange number, call that on the number after the show, you will talk, yeah? I will call it again, don't worry, just keep listening. The next caller, welcome you on the Bumper Show. Hello, welcome. Hello, you there? 0776-680-373. 080-514-096. These are the numbers to call. Any other number you call, you are on your own. Let me go to this line. Hello, welcome from the Lone Star line. Hello, welcome. You are a female. How are you? What's your name?
Thank you for having me on the show.
Rosetta Sonkala, you the one I called yesterday again, eh?
Yes.
Rosetta.
President John Banner, we are. And that's one point that you said, thank you, it was criticized on his own show. When I had the full of read, but what happened in the reason and the web was still ongoing. But the very people who criticized at that time, I see they're taking our kids to the era and
that are playground.
Yeah. And when it comes to the Pharaoh community, there are a lot of things that taking place in the Pharaoh community when you look at the community are open, grow up, being laid on in the Pharaoh community. Everything they have within a chino or in terms of safety, and you are going to have the computer is safety.
But Rosetta, do you know that Invisible Park has a horsey unit attached? Do you know it? I think she gone off. But let me say this to you. Many of you do know. The other day I was talking to my brother and friend. We play Mawa together in how you call it, Bangetan, way by in the 1991, 91, 92. You know, Tokankui is the one who is the head of that project. One president, we have moved in that area to say that the investment park we built there, people did not know that he was up for business. They doubted the president's ability. There were people living in a place called Death Hole, D-A-T, Death Hole. That place said nothing good can come from there. When the president moved to the port from there, he built a temporary shelter for them to be there. And there is, I think, 30 horsey units or 50. I don't know, I will find a figure, but There are housing units the president built there for the residents who were living there before, and those 50 housing units. They were built there by the president, and those housing units are there. And the president, he didn't just build it and live here. He put furniture in them. People living there now. He transformed the lives of those people from being in slum community to an urban community living in a very durable home or homes. They are living in durable homes. What then can you say? There is some point. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you.
Okay, Jalan, good evening.
Is that my uncle S. Bobo?
Yeah, that's it.
Lawrence Bobo for calling me for you, right?
Yes, calling you back.
I remember the time I had a good interaction with you in Foya that time with Julie Fatoma, the representative, right? We had a good time in Foya.
Thank you so much for your school, and we always make sure if I'm gonna go out, we worry because why we not hearing you. That's why you end up Foya again on the radio tonight, radio for almost a week.
Okay.
Okay.
What's happening with DMP Law? DMP Law not relaying us again?
No, my God, now we're off almost a week.
Oh yeah, thank God to Emmanuel Soa for bringing that situation back on the manager.
Oh yeah, there's some manager who makes sure I live by all being bad with you, Mama. We are alright. We're very glad with you.
Let me hear you, Uncle Bowo.
And those who calling over to be Galilean farm and what they are starting, they have no stepping. What honorable Thomas Pangafala during Batoma they are saying, if they do it for you, do it for them. Even if they not do it for you, do it for them. This time, opportunities are prepared to come with proof to them that 2023, we didn't win the election one time. Thank you, you go ahead and continue doing what you're supposed to do. What you can't do it, but continue on doing
all right. Uncle Blowing Bobo, thank you, Blowing Bobo. Hello, let me talk to the former superintendent of Grand Junction County, Honorable Brown Tate. Honorable Tate, you are on the Pompo Show this evening.
Thank you, Jalan Radio. This is Brown Tate calling from Capital Backpack.
Okay, sir, let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you for your talking points and a lot of things you said that makes sense. You know, one thing that people got to know is that to run a country is not a small thing.
Yeah, not small thing.
And the two things I realized when we are it. You know, before he took over the government, we have two opportunities to liberate people. One is the government of Liberia headed by President Zeddy, and the other one is UNMIL, the United Nations.
Okay.
And you know, the United Nations employ a lot of people. They got national staff, they got local staff, they got even people who run in services,
volunteers,
food and other things. So the pressure was not on Manasadi government when it comes to civil service and other people. So you should know. But when we have to over that budget of UNMIL that was helping liberate people, it removed.
Yeah, and that happened since 2023. It happened in 19.
I think 3 months after we have to over. United Nations left the country. That's number one. The second thing
but
is
again, Mr. Tati, before you go, UNMIL deployed. It was ECOMIL. They deployed in Liberia before Ellie became president, right?
Yeah, the other thing, no, I don't want to.
Yeah. So I know what he's saying. I just want to add to what he's saying, right? So from ECOMIL to UNMIL on Madam Salif, that was the time Judy Bryan came in SYZ, and they were here for 12 years when Madam Salif was here.
Precisely. So that budget, so that we're having parallel budget. Madam Salif 500 million budget, and UNMIL 500 million budget. So it's about $1 billion that was running this country.
Yeah.
So other people got jobs. The pressure was not on the government. The second thing is that when we have to over, the national security will heavily rely on UNMIL. When he took over 3 months after UNMIL left, they said they were having a residual force in Africa, right around the Yamoussoukro area there. Yeah. That anything happening in Liberia, they can come. Then they left the whole security with national security.
Absolutely.
You know, army and other people. So the fact that he took over the government and those things happen, they could scare anybody. But he put a foot down. He and cabinet minister, despite the struggle before we come to this level now, that salary is scoring. Other people, even electricity now, you're getting strong.
And I can say to you, over no stupid that the Minister of Finance, Samuel Twe, and his team have done significantly well.
Precisely, and Samuel Twe is a resilient man. Despite the beating up from international community and this one, he put a foot down, went with them. Even at a certain point, they had to get at each other through, and today all of them settled down, the renting prices and other things were necessary. So you see, government is not something to run. I know people will criticize, but people criticizing, they will come in, they will take time to before the press. So let us try to see we are going to election next year. I know things are difficult, but let us try to rally around this government. See, when Thomas King, you know, we have been on Jalasi, give me 1 minute.
Please go ahead.
When we are being on, we will say that road will eat. So
Oh, yeah.
the mirror to you to push out so much. So we're just doing the grandfather thing, grandpa thing, ain't no president.
From hand to mouth, nobody knows.
The message no. We will lead that thing. You know, most of the countries that are colonized in Africa, go in their capital city. See how they do develop their home. Well, all of them were struggling. Now they are struggling to fight.
But go and see how Ghana looks like Ghana. Go and see Ghana. These were the people that came here to ink by assault from our country.
When Ghana was struggling, everybody run Ghanaian. They run away, they come to Liberia. They're running down.
Yeah.
You see, it makes sure that everybody
Honorable Brown Tate, thanks. You could have said it better than what you have said. Thanks a lot. Let me tell the callers. Thank you, Honorable Brown Tate is a former superintendent of Grand Julia County, a very visionary old man who reasons a lot. He makes some very good analysis of the current political future of our country. Hello, welcome you live. Let's hear you.
Thank you, Brother Jara, and a pleasant good evening to you and good evening to the listeners.
Yes, what's the name, sir?
Okay, my name is Hussein Kiawu.
Hossein Kiawu, my brother, how are you? Welcome to the Bumper Show.
Yes, I'm very well, and I just want to say thank you for the show this evening. And I just want to pleasant good evening to everyone. This is episode number 2.
Okay.
And you know, Jara, I listen to you and tell a lot of things in the development in our country. But they can make few things at least to the lawlessness in our country and people not wanting to live in a country with the rule of law. So they are just saying the order of the day. Like what we have now in District 2, I noticed that even the police depot has not. There was a clash between two community dwellers, and the community decided to do to the chairman. But yet, because a police officer had a family member of the community person, so he demanded that the case should go to the police station. And when the case went to the case, he demanded outside to register the case, which of course it should not be. So, some intervention, he tried to put it out. He said, no, you are not doing any power to leave from the place. So, the case covered. So, what is that guy saying to me? Even like the other people not get justice, they're not finding someone to who?
Okay.
So,
Thank you, sir. Another caller is here. Let's hear you quickly. Welcome to the Bumper Show.
thank you. Good afternoon.
Yes, welcome. What's your name, sir? Where do you call from?
My name is Katimo BGC, and I'm Blue Point from my workplace, Kakata City, after.
Kakata City, welcome to Monrovia.
Thank you. Yeah, Mr. Jara, two things that touch my heart as a strong and die-hard supporter of this president. Since this person is working in the leadership to do with the infrastructure development is carried on all countries. And another thing is someone that is political tolerant. The free speech, and if you also look at political inclusion of all opposition into his government, that's one thing that we all should working for that. And another thing is major tolerance. Then how you are saying he acts like a fathom or real fathom. So this president is a leader that all Liberians need to stand by and need to encourage him and motivate the work harder. So to conclude, I want to use this media to call on Homeland Joe Black in Western Ghana, his greatest development ever in Western Ghana, the way that he dropped there, the way that
Wasonga? You mean was in his home in Wasonga?
Yeah. The way
What happened with the where?
the well have been all flooded and contaminated. So we are calling the point. There's no way you can fall president. We have to help him in that manner.
You calling from there? Oh, he gone off. I didn't hear where he said you're calling from. But he talking about Wasonga, the home of the former vice president, who is not a political leader of the Unity Party. I will take a few calls again, 3 calls. I'll take 3 calls. My man Johnson is on my back. He wants me to leave. And then I will Johnson, sorry, please. Give me sorry, uncle. Hello, welcome. Welcome. What's your name? You're female. Are you a female?
Yeah.
Let me hear you quickly.
Yeah, my name is Musubali. I'm calling from Banga. District number 2.
Oh, my sister Musu Kali Kumaniju.
Yeah, you.
Ngang my woman in Luna, my money.
Okay, yeah, I just want to say the president, thank you for the kind of work he done in his own. I say thank you plenty because even when you both, yeah, carry my to the 14 military hospital. I say, oh, that is.
Oh, you saw the development there?
Yes, I was there. I said, about like 1 month and a half, right? I said, wait in the hospital.
Oh.
You know, something like that, the development there will be carry on, you will be doing. And don't think we're not in a particular country.
No.
When you talk about home, or in a particular country, we insist. They see how to talk, but you're not into the best way. Well, say I want you to watch it. You know you're doing a lot of things. They but not going to go say. They pass over, they wouldn't say they let it. Every day needs to be Baba to the one room. But I think the president, he ended up at this room.
And you put lead on your roll.
Yes, see there, oh yeah. But they have bought again for you. Jala, I'm begging you. What you did, the brown was 13 years. You did the road radio station. And it's time for election. Some of your stuff. And the years were sent to the school, let them forget to do. But journalists there, that's what Baba did. Who was the president can do the government? You can't hear nothing at it. Baba did the robot to this one here.
Oh, the one they meet in Banga there? Okay, Mama. Thank you, Amma. Thank you so very much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, a mother has spoken from Bon County. She said she appreciates the president. You know, Mr. President said one thing when he dedicated that military hospital. He said, "This is my signature project. This is one of my signature projects. When I said I will build a military hospital here, the people said the president will not do it. They doubted me. But here I have come to dedicate this project." Then he said again, there will be a Bali Island. And what the president saw about the Bali Island, I'm a witness to that. I was in Bali in May. I was part of a delegation. I left and went to Indonesia. When I landed to Dubai, my friends were calling me and saying, "You got to come because the conference will go to end very shortly in the next 3, 4, 5 days." So I flew from that place. I went to Bali. I went to Jakarta. When I landed in Jakarta that evening, I had to get a flight by all costs because to go to Bali is about 1 hour, 30 minutes. And I bought a ticket, flew to Bali, and I saw the beautification in Bali Island. When you see that island the president want to build here, if it is built, it is a signature project of His Excellency Ambassador Weah. And everybody knows how Bali is beautiful. I went there, I saw it. Even Robin Bobler here will tell you something about what the president has done. And he will not stop talking about it. My people, you cannot close your eyes. Play for my theme song. I gotta go. You cannot close your eyes on the things the president has done. But Gugbe remains the president. And let's not forget that these things people are saying, the political shenanigans will stay around. Open your eyes to reality. See hear what the woman said just now from Banga. She said, "Oh yes, I didn't know this thing happened. People have not seen a military hospital, they have not heard about it. They came, but she spent 1 month and she saw what happened. And what she saw there is amazing. The president's next signature project is the Bali Island project. I was in Bali just 2 months ago in May, and I saw the beautification there. The president is keen on building a Bali Island. Do not honor us. Let me take my essay. Well, Lauren Bubla is here already. Teaching my teaching attitude. The orator of our August 24th Friday celebration. The man spoke, the man can talk. And the English you're speaking like I'm going to understand. I love my dictionary, I'm looking for the dictionary. And your father said, Jessica for my dictionary, she brought it. I'm looking for the word. I'm looking for. I found it. I said, I look for the other one. I found it again. I defined 10 words that I'll be using every other time. You know, there was a man called Bangwaise Duako. Bangwaise Duako was a lecturer at the Universal Library, an English instructor. He was, every time he came on my show, when I was at Radio Veritas, and he was a commentator. When he comes and speak, every time he spoke, I would take the word, I would copy the word and go and find the definition. And that's what I learned from Dr. Brooklyn. Thanks for joining us. My name is Jala Emmanuel Nikki Kalufangala Kien Balaklu. Nyale one took us woman. Samashan Greyfield. Join me again tomorrow. I will be here, but now it's